Hello students, welcome to the class of utilization of electric power. This is a continuation class of welding and Faraday. This is a continuation class of electrolytic process. Welding we have already completed. Uh, in this particular video, we are going to study about a very specific process. That is, you can see over here, that is extraction of metals. Okay. So, what is extraction of metals? How this extraction is being done? What are the different process uh, applied in industry for different types of metals? What are its application? This whole study we will have here. So, let us start with this video. First is just a minute. Yeah. So what is extraction of metals? Only some unreactive metals such as silver, gold and platinum can occur freely in nature. Most metals react with other elements to form ores. See here in this figure you can see iron ore containing hematite, copper ore containing malachite, lead ore containing galena. So only some few, not only few, just a number of metal we can find in nature freely. Other than that, extraction of metals is very important for any purpose, for any industrial purpose, for any application. Extraction of metals is very much important. Now, what are the major steps in extraction of metal? First is ore concentration. Ore is purified and concentrated, unwanted rocks removed. So, ore concentration is one of the major steps. First, we need to find the ore. We need to know for which type of metal, which kind of ore will be needed. And then they are purified and concentrated. Next is reduction to crude metal. Metal oxides to be reduced to metals, resulting in a mixture of metals collected. And the last one is refining to obtain pure metal. To obtain a specific metal, purify and remove unwanted metal impurities. The extraction of metals. Methods of extraction depends on the position of metal in the reactivity series. Extraction of metal involves getting rid of unwanted rock to obtain concentrated form of mineral. Obtaining pure metal from the mineral by chemical reaction. So here you can see in electrolysis process also, electrolysis is completely a chemical process. Similarly, extraction of metal, it also deals with chemical process. So if any of you have any doubt that why do we need to study about basic sciences in our first year of engineering, actually these are the application of engineering chemistry in electrical engineering. So we can say here that electrical engineering itself is a combination of different subjects that we have covered in our syllabus. Okay. Metals at the top of the reactivity series are very reactive. Bonds in their compounds are very strong. It must be extracted by decomposing their compounds with electricity in an expensive process called electrolysis that we have already studied. Aluminium, just this is an example, is extracted from aluminium oxide by passing an electric current through it. So ways of extraction. What are the ways of extraction? Extraction by electrolysis of molten aluminium oxide dissolved in cryolite. So these are some metals: potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium. These are extracted by electrolysis of molten chloride. Next, zinc, iron, tin, lead, copper. These are extraction by reduction of oxides using carbon. We have also studied in our electrolysis video that oxidation and reduction is also a process of electrolysis. So zinc, iron, tin, lead, copper, these are extracted by reduction of oxides using carbon. And mercury, silver, gold, platinum, these are extracted by roasting or by heating alone. Extraction of iron. So this is the process by which extraction of iron can be done. Coke iron ore and limestone containing calcium are put in using a hopper at the top here. Carbon dioxide escapes from vents at the top. Hot air is blown through vents. Impurities in the iron ore are removed by reacting with calcium to form calcium silicate, and which is also known as slag. We are uh, familiar with the term slag, which floats on the molten iron and is tapped off. The molten iron sinks to the bottom of the furnace and is tapped off. When it's checked, it's called pig iron. Raw materials of extraction of iron. Iron ore. Example: hematite ore, iron 3 oxide, coke, carbon, hot air for the oxygen in it, limestone, calcium carbonate. Production of carbon dioxide. This is the stage 1 for extraction of material. The coke is ignited at the base and hot air blown in to burn the coke to form carbon dioxide. The limestone is decomposed by heat produced to carbon dioxide and quicklime. So first carbon dioxide is being produced and then limestone is decomposed. Production of carbon monoxide, this is stage 2. At high temperature, the carbon dioxide formed reacts with more coke to form carbon monoxide. Reduction of hematite, stage 3. The carbon monoxide removes the oxygen from the iron oxide ore. This frees the iron, which is molten at the high blast furnace temperature, and flows down to the base of the blast furnace. For your better understanding, you can refer to these equations also. Now, other possible ore reduction reactions are given over here. Waste gases escape through the top of the furnace. Example: carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen. Now, stage 4, this is removal of impurities. The original ore contains silica in form of silicon dioxide. This reacts with limestone to form a molten slag of calcium silicate in 2 stages. The molten slag forms a layer above the more dense molten iron and can be separately and regularly drained away. The iron is cooled and cast into pig iron ingots and or transferred directly to a steel producing furnace. This is the reference from where you can find the detail of these stages. So you can have these references to find the stage. Now, why steel? There may be a question arise. Why steel is being extracted? Steel is iron that has most of the impurities removed. Steel also has a consistent concentration of carbon throughout, like 0.5% to 1.5%. Impurities like silica, phosphorus, and sulfur weaken steel tremendously, so they must be eliminated. The advantage of steel over iron is greatly improved strength. Now, pig iron to steel using basic oxygen furnace. Pear-shaped furnace lined with refractory bricks that refines molten iron from the blast furnace and scrap into steel. Scrap is dumped into the furnace vessel, followed by the hot metal from the blast furnace. A high-pressure stream of oxygen is blown into it to cause chemical reactions that separate impurities as fumes or slag. Once refined, the liquid steel and slag are poured into separate containers. So these are 4 different stages. Now, what are the types of steel? Now, depending upon the percentage of carbon, the steel may be of mild carbon steel, high carbon steel, stainless steel. Now, in mild carbon steel, percentage of carbon is up to 25%. In high carbon steel, it is 0.45% to 1.5%. And in stainless steel, this is little carbon. There is little, this is an alloy with chromium and nickel. Properties of steel, it can be changed by the use of controlled additives. Example, carbon, chromium, nickel, manganese, silicon, etc. Uses of steel. Mild carbon steel. Their properties are they are strong, hard, and malleable. Make steel parts in car bodies, machineries. High carbon steel, strong but brittle. These make knives, hammer, cutting tools. And stainless steel does not rust. Pipes and tanks in chemical plants, making cutlery, surgical instruments. So these are the different types of application depending upon the different percentage of carbon presence in the steel. See, the percentage of carbon when it is lesser, the steel was much more stronger, right? So for industrial purpose, need of steel is much greater than need of carbon. Alloy. Now what is alloy? Mixture of a metal with other elements. Element in the largest proportion is the base metal. Elements in smaller proportion are the alloying elements. So in alloy, this is not necessary that all elements will be in same proportion. So which is in the largest portion? That is the base metal. That will be, if it is X, then it will be known as X alloy or alloy of X. And the elements which are in smaller proportion, those will be the alloying elements. Here you can see sodium Na+, Cl-, Ag, copper, Cu. So metal, what are the properties? Metals are soft, low resistance to corrosion, high melting point, and easy to shape. Alloys have different physical properties compared to their constituent elements, produced mainly for improving strength and hardness, improving resistance towards corrosion, improving appearance of metal, and lower melting point. So extraction of aluminium from bauxite. This is another extraction process. Raw material is bauxite, which ore containing hydrated aluminium oxide. Its melting point is around 200 degrees centigrade. Molten cryolite, which is also known as sodium aluminium fluoride, used to lower melting point, which is 900 degrees centigrade. And carbon electrodes. So these extraction process in depth you can see in this particular link also. Now next is extraction of aluminium. I have already told you that in this particular video we will cover different types of extraction of different materials. So next is aluminium extraction. Cryolite is added to lower the melting point and to dissolve the ore and bauxite. Bauxite ore of aluminium oxide is continuously added. When potential difference is applied, Al3 plus is attracted to negative cathode and O2 minus is attracted to positive anode. At the cathode, Al3 plus gains 3 electrons from the cathode to form molten aluminium, which is tapped off. At the anode, O2 minus loses 2 electrons to the anode to form oxygen. Oxygen released attacks carbon anode to form carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide. Carbon anode dissolved needs to be replaced regularly. This is the process of aluminium extraction. The black electrodes are the carbon anodes and the liquid over there is aluminium cryolite. Now anodizing. Form of electroplating using oxygen used commonly for aluminium. Aluminium, when exposed in air, forms a thin protective coat of aluminium oxide. For better protection, a thicker coat is made through the process anodizing. So what is the process anodizing? Anodizing makes aluminium the anode in the sulfuric acid bath. Oxygen produced at the anode then combines with aluminium to form a protective porous layer aluminium oxide, which is 1000 times thicker compared when exposed to air. Pores can be sealed by dipping into hot water or colored by using dyes which can be absorbed into it. Now uses of aluminium. We all know aluminium has a plenty of applications. So among them, some of these are overhead electric cables. What are the properties at that particular time? Low density, light, resistant to corrosion, protected by aluminium oxide, good electrical conductivity. Food container, non-toxic, resistant to corrosion, good conductor of heat. Aircraft body, low density, light, high tensile strength, resistant to corrosion. Now conditions for corrosion of iron. Presence of oxygen we all know and presence of water. These both are known to us. Presence of sodium chloride or acidic pollutants speed up rusting. Rusting is an process that redox reaction where iron gets the amount of iron gets reduced. Now what are the methods to prevent rusting? Use of protective layer. Now for painting used in cars, ship, bridges. Greasing is done in tools, machine parts. Galvanizing, that is zinc plating, that is done in zinc roofs. For food can, tin plating is preferred and creates barrier around the metal preventing contact with oxygen and water. So for different types of iron material, different types of methods are done for prevention of rusting. Sacrificial protection. More reactive metal like magnesium or zinc is attached to iron or steel. Protects by sacrificing itself, corrodes first. Since it is more reactive, iron will not rust in the presence of a more reactive metal. Used in underground pipes, ships, steel piers. Alloying. Addition of nickel and chromium to iron. Chromium 3 oxide on the surface protects iron from corrosion. used in cutlery, surgical instrument, pipe, and tank in chemical plants. Finite resource, what are the resources? Metal ores. These are finite resources, will be used up. Need to recycle metals, save resources and solve litter disposal. So students, in this particular video, we have studied a lot. I'm not sure whether you can get this or not. But yes, thank you for watching the video, and if you find any difficulties, you can tell that in the comment section. Okay, and last but not the least, this particular video includes a very different types of information to you. So I will suggest, before uh, remembering this, just have a list, just have a chart on your copy, by seeing which you can just put up all the information. You can get all the information that will help you, particular for this chapter, for this process. This specific procedure will help you in preparing for your exam. Okay, so thank you once again for seeing this, and hope you have got different types of information. And if you find any difficulties, if you find any queries, you can share that in the comment section, and I will definitely try to solve it. So thank you once again, and if you find any difficulties in this video, you can tell me. I can share you the PPT also. Thank you, student. Thank you very much.